Hello everyone and welcome back guys to round 2 of the TORA MX5 Spec League. We're here today for round 2 at Mugello Club. Looking forward to this one. If you missed out on last week's racing, I would highly recommend going back and checking it out. Two very exciting races at the end of the day. And yeah, we come into this one qualified P4 on the grid behind Chicago, Solar and Koenigsegg, but it is going to be lights out and away we go then for the first race of the night. Hopefully we can try and, consistency is going to be key in this series. So, last week out we had 2 decent results. Hopefully this week we can have the same sort of success. As we head down in towards turn 1 there, we do actually get up the inside of Koenigsegg. He tries to get a bit of a switchback on us there. It's actually Chicago on the outside makes a bit of a mistake as we head up in towards turn 2 there. So we might be able to hook it up around the outside of him. It gives us the inside for turn 3 there. A little bit of contact between the powers there as we try to get a bit of a squeeze out over the curves there, and it's going to be a drag race down in towards turn 4 and turn 5 here. Can we hook it up this time round potentially around the outside? We've got to be careful of the switchback there, but luckily we just about get the car in front of him and we're now up into P2 there, so 2 places made up in the opening lap of this race there. Solar though already has got quite a little decent breakaway on, so hopefully we can try and close down the gap on him as we head out of the final corner here. You can see Chicago just behind us still, and then actually DDM Mead up into P4 as well here. So Koenigsegg are struggling a bit on the opening lap, but in all honesty, the first race of the night, that would be all that would happen. We move up into P2. Myself, Solar and Mead would build up a little bit of a safety margin over LMP Yen, actually, who would get himself up into P4 there. But yeah, we settle down into P2. The pace between Solar and myself was pretty much even. The same can be said with Mead behind us. And that would be the end of the first race of the night. A solid P2, my best result so far of the series. We'll take it at the end of the day. Good points on the board there. It's going to mean we're going to be starting P6 for the reverse grid here, as there was only 14 cars in the lobby there. But yeah, Solar takes home the first race victory of the night there. He's looking very strong in this series after a bit of a rough round 1. Mead in third, ahead of Yem, Stamina, Koenigsegg, DDM Law, Huracan, Zbot, and RT93 Perlo round out the top 10 there. As you can see, getting ready then for the second race of the night. We're now side by side with Mead as we head out of the final corner. We've got LMP Yen and DOR Stamina just in front of us as we get ready for the second race of the night here. The car's getting ready on the grid, and it is going to be lights out and away we go once again. They're making it once again a fairly decent start as we head down towards turn 1. I'm not too sure why Mead was a little bit lagging behind off the acceleration zone there, but down in towards turn 1, hopefully we can just get nice and late on the brakes there. Make sure everything's up to temperature. Mead on the inside. We're going to try and hook it up right around the outside of him as we head through the first couple of corners here, and that's exactly what we've done. Around the outside, we're now up into P5 as we head through the S's here. You can see Koenigsegg and DDM Law getting a little bit close for comfort. There are a bit of bumping and bashing between everyone at the moment as we head out of turn 3 there. As you can see, myself and Mead around the outside of Yem here. He's actually going to be surprisingly early. Mead's going to give me a little bit of contact on the outside, so we're both going to be able to get around the outside of Yem as we head out through the second part of the S's there, and now down in towards the final couple of corners of the opening lap. Right around the outside of Mead we go as well there, but Law just in front of us just gets caught out there. That's going to allow Mead to get back up the inside as we head through the final corner there. Law and Mead get together as we head out of the final turn. We're going to try and split the pair of them, so it's going to be 3 wide out of the final corner to finish off lap 1 here. Hopefully we can get a good run down towards turn 1. You can see Mead on the inside, Law on the outside there. It's just a drag race between all 3 of us here. We're so close. We're going to try and get nice and late on the brakes, but actually the earliest one on the anchors there. Mead parks it through turn 1 there. Luckily for myself, Law doesn't particularly get a good run through turn 1 there on the exit up the hill, so we're able to get right around the outside of him, and we're now up into P4 there. So made up a couple of places off the start of the second race of the night. This is going to be absolutely critical in this series, is just trying to make up places early on and then hope that you can have a nice clean rest of the race and just try to scrape back any more places that you need to there. Stamina currently leads the way. Mead now is applying a lot of pressure to Koenigsegg as we head down towards the end of lap 2 here, just trying to roll the car through the final couple of corners, quick but careful at the moment, just trying to get it already up. If Mead and Koenigsegg come together, we can potentially try and get the pair of them in one go there. But you can see out of the final corner though, Mead has got a bit of a better run than Koenigsegg as we head down the very long straightaway towards turn 1 here. You know, this track's not quite as bad as Silverstone for it all just being acceleration zones here, but it is, you know, a monstrous front straight away. Down in towards turn 1 there. Koenigsegg tries to look around the outside of Mead. We try to get a nice tidy run through turn 1 there. Luckily, Koenigsegg just gets a little bit loose there. So we're going to be side by side as we head up in towards turn 2. There are a little bit of contact between the pair of us. We give them a nice squeeze, actually, over the curbs there. And we now make the move work. And we're now up into P3 once again here. So a good opening couple of laps. Making good progress early on in this race there. But Koenigsegg, he might try and get the nose back up the inside there. That's exactly what he does. We give him the room on the inside there. And now we're going to try and get the power down. And hopefully now, yes, we do move up into P3 in the second race of the night here. We've got Stamina, like I said, trying to build up a bit of a breakaway here. Mead up in P2 now. So hopefully, you know, if these two start battling, we can try and get involved and hopefully bring ourselves closer to the pair of them here. But on to the end, though, of lap 8, Mead would actually make the move work on Stamina here as we head out of the final corner, though. This is where issues for ourselves would start to arise in these races. They're down in towards turn 1. You can see Stamina just in front of us, just losing a little bit of momentum as we head down towards turn 1. So we're going to have a look to the outside here in towards the braking zone. As you can see, we're pretty much exactly side by side there. I think we're about a foot ahead, ever so slightly later on the brakes, but just roll it a bit too deep through turn 1 there, and then can't get the power down on the exit this time around. It's so critical in this car that you just can't get wheel spin whatsoever. You can get a little bit of slip off the rear end there, but anything more than that and you've just completely ruined your run there, as we get a little bit of laggy contact actually with Stamina there, and that's going to allow Solar, probably, you know, him and Mead, our two biggest title rivals at the moment, to have a look around the outside there. And this is going to be a common occurrence in tonight's racing. Solar able to get the switch back through the second S section there. You know, he is rocking Sim steer, and I think most people around us are. I personally am not using Sim though in this series, so it's going to be very difficult to try and, you know, get that absolutely everything out of the car that these guys can over one lap. I was just hoping, you know, we'd see some mistakes come out, and hopefully, you know, just a bit extra consistency, a bit of safety can really help us out in this series. We can see now Solar going to try and look to get a run on the Stamina as we head back down in towards turn 1 here. Is he able to go for a bit of a send there? Stamina, you can see just moving around a little bit in the braking zone there as we head through turn 1 there, and Solar's not quite going to be able to get the run off the exit there. We're not going to try and fight him too much at the moment as we head through turn 2 and at turn 3 there. We can see trying to do the switchback moves just like he did to us a couple of laps ago there, and you can see we're going to try and get on the power a little bit earlier there, but once again, just that little bit of wheel spin really costing us as we head down the next straightaway there. So Solar is going to hold on to P3 at the moment here, but, you know, we need to try and work together to get past Brad as we head on towards the halfway stage of this race here. And you can see now Solar all over the back of him still as we head through the final couple of corners of lap 9 here. And you can see we're going to try and get a good run out of the final corner there. Take as, you know, get as close to the grass as you possibly can on both entrance and exit there. And you can see both Solar and myself have got quite a decent run actually on Brad. You know, we can't really go for a full send at the moment. We just need to try and hope that these two come together and we can slip past the pair of them as we head back in towards the turn 1 braking zone here. Just braking after the white line there on the outside there. And you can see Solar's actually going to get caught up behind Brad just a little bit. So we're going to have a look right around the outside through turn 1. Not a common overtaking opportunity, but we do make it work. And we're now back up into P3 of the race here. And now we need to try and get past Stamina as quickly as possible here as we head down in towards turn 1 here. This time around we got the inside line. Can we finally make this move work as we head in towards the braking zone here? Just trying to get a little bit later on the brakes there, but Stamina somehow gets back at the inside there. He's going to knock me out wide. We've got to try and save the back end, get all out in the grass, and that's going to allow Huracan actually to get past us now up into P3. We've got Koenigsegg R now trying to look potentially for the switchback move as well here as we try to get on the power nice and early out of turn 3 there. You can see now he's going to be able to get the run around the outside. Can we potentially hook it up in towards the next couple of corners here? Once again, just a little bit of bumping, you know, a bit of, you know, trading paint as we head through the corner there. We just about get in front there. Solar, though, once again, is going to be able to get the switchback move there on the pair of us. Drop it down in towards the penultimate corner there. Now Koenigsegg's just going to get caught on the back of us there. Almost going to be a very big moment for ourselves. Luckily, we just about get back onto the track. And yeah, I think Koenigsegg did apologise for that one. It was just Forza physics, you know, playing its part in the race there. And yeah, that should have probably gone a whole lot worse for us than it did at the end of the day there. But on to lap 19 we go. You can see Huracan now battling with stamina as we head down towards turn 1 there. And Brad, he was still trying to fight absolutely everything in this race. We had that golden opportunity to get past him, but we just were, a couple of meters too late on the brakes in towards turn 1 there, and that really did cost us in this race. But you can see there, Solar trying to get the run through turn 3 there. He's actually going to put himself out into the gravel trap ever so slightly. So we're going to try and get the switchback move on him once again there. And I'll be going to see what Solar's already done twice so far in this race. So luckily this time around we are a little bit more aware of it there. A bit of side-by-side contact between the drivers there. Luckily Solar does pick it up altogether. And yeah, he agreed. That was just fair racing at the end of the day. Forza physics once again playing a bit of a key role in this race at the moment as we head down through the final couple of corners of lap 19 here. And onto the final lap we go, actually. No more progress we'd be able to make in this race there. The gaps will basically stay even all around us there. So it's P2 and P4 at the end of the second week of the MX5 Cup there. Consistency so far has certainly been our strong point. We've had 4 races. Every single one has been inside the top 4, but still yet to get this elusive race victory here in this series though. But in terms of the race results, Mead won ahead of Huracan, Brad, myself, Solar, Perlo, Koenigsegg, Zebot, LMP, Tripassin, Law, Hornet and Papil there. And that means in terms of the championship, Mead now leads the way on 775 points there. 4 clear of Solar on 771. Myself in third, 767 there. But rumour was Mead isn't going to be able to, finish this series, so we might be back up into P2 there. 12 points clear of Huracan, who is 22 clear of Perlo in P5 there. So hopefully, we can try and battle for P3 altogether. If Mead isn't racing, definitely a title fight between myself, Solar and Huracan would be very, very good at the end of the day there. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, make sure you do get yourself subscribed for more of the TORA MX5 Cup. And we will be back next week out at Lime Rock Park.